All right, you ready?
Yep.
This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you inside Preston Gym as tonight the Preston Indians play host to the Logan Grizzlies. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller back here at Preston Gym. Glad to have you along with us this evening. And Lyle, Preston comes back from their annual Boise trip, having lost both ends of the trip at Valley View and Middleton, and come into tonight's game having lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, I have to think the Indians will be hungry tonight for a win, having lost those 3 on that Boise trip. I think folks are probably a little surprised to see the loss to Valley View. Middleton is an excellent team and probably deserving of the number 1 ranking in 4A. But, take a couple of close losses there. Valley View was overtime, and Middleton was close. And you come back here tonight and think, well, Logan, what can we do against them? They're a good team, and we'll have to play really well to come out on top here tonight against the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies are 6-1 so far on the year. They've won 5 straight as they come into the game tonight, and are tied with Skyview for the best record in all of Utah's District 11 standings. They won 70-61 over Ben Lomond on Thursday afternoon and extended their winning streak with wins over Clearfield, Bonneville, Tooele, and Park City already on the year. As this is not the same Logan team that we've seen the last couple of years, that over the last 10 meetings, Preston has beaten Logan 8 out of those 10.
Yeah, Logan, a team in high school with great tradition in basketball. Of course, just, about a half hour away here from Preston, and a team that lately we've been playing home and home just about every year. It's kind of a nice little rivalry that's developed here between these teams. A lot of mutual respect between the coaches and programs, but, Logan would probably be a 5A school if they were in Idaho size-wise, but we've had some good battles with them over the years.
So it promises to be a good battle tonight, as Logan's off to a great start this year, and Preston looking to break what has become a 3-game losing streak. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. When we do, we'll sit down and chat for a few minutes with the head coach, Tyler Jones, our guest, when we come back right after this.
KACA.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency, offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. It is the Preston Indians and the Logan Grizzlies from Preston Gym coming up here in just a few minutes as we spend a couple of minutes with Coach Tyler Jones here on the pregame show. Kind of a tough trip that you made to Boise this week. Come home with a couple of losses in your pocket.
Yeah, I think, it was a good experience for us. We went out there and, played a couple of really good basketball teams. Valley View, was one I thought we could have had. We were right there and had our opportunities there. And then Middleton right now, they're the number one team in 4A. And I thought we came away with that one. I thought we competed. I thought we battled with them toe-to-toe for most of that game. And for our, youth and inexperience, I thought for early in the season here, we're getting close to midway now, that I thought we showed that we're not far off. We just got to get better, do a few things better, but we're not far off. Just got to get a little better and fix a few things.
The want of one player, one guy who was maybe 6'6" and a little beefy in the middle.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, a lot we can build on, and like I said, just a few things we got to get a little bit better at. And these next couple weeks are really important because we're going to be starting conference, and we've got to be clicking as we get into that.
When a team like that does have a little bit of a size advantage on you, like especially like Middleton did, what are some of the things that you can do to throw at them to try to defeat that size advantage?
Yeah, they're tough because not only do they have the size, but they could shoot, and they had those shooters. So, you try to pressure, you try to double the big, but, they're a pretty well-rounded team and really an experienced team, and they're going to be good. They'll be a tough team to beat this season.
My first thought was stand back and shoot over the defense and see if you can make enough baskets to at least hang with them.
Yeah, no, that's true, and especially he got a few easy ones attacking the basket, and you'd rather him hit 15-footers than layups, and that's just a few things we got to get better at defensively, and make other guys beat us, and also make them hit shots that they're not comfortable with.
Start looking at the Logan Grizzlies, your opponent here tonight. You beat them handily last year, but now coming out, at least on paper so far, they look like a much different team. Yeah,
they're 6-1 this year. They pretty much returned their whole team too. Last year they were a lot of juniors, and they're very seasoned and experienced team. So we're going to have our hands full tonight. They're pretty much 5 guards. They can all shoot, they can all drive, and it'll be a tough matchup to match up with their quickness, and they like to fast break, and we will have a size advantage tonight. It's just, can we control penetration and contest the threes and use our size advantage tonight.
And stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, and that's the key. If you look at, almost every game we've played, we have Cole and Braden are on the bench a lot. Brecker was this last week, and we're not deep enough to be able to have a couple of our studs on the bench in foul trouble night in and night out. And they've got to learn. You can't foul 90 feet from the basket. You've got to be smart, and we need you on the court. And that's something, we've talked to them, and they got to be smarter about.
You're back home at Preston Gym. Let's see if that brings you any good luck. Hopefully you'll come home with a W tonight.
Oh, like I said, it's just we've lost 3 in a row, but we're right there, and we can't panic. We got to keep our heads up, and you got to go out and earn it. Like I said, we're circled on everyone's calendar, and we're not sneaking up on anybody. We have to play well, and we like being back at home tonight, and hopefully we can come out and play well.
Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
Okay, thank you.
That's Coach Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. Take a time out, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State, Suite A.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to Preston Gym. It's the Indians and the Logan Grizzlies coming up in just a few minutes. And Lyle Fuller, we turn to you to get some of your keys to tonight's game.
Yeah, Dan, I think tonight you look for the effort to continue to be good. I think Coach Jones mentioned that in the pregame. The effort has been good for the Indians. A little more execution would be necessary. So on offense, really like to see the Indians in the half court. Try to go inside out a little more, get some more things going towards the basket, generate some free throws. Try to avoid turning into just a standstill jump shooting team. And defensively, I think our perimeter guys are a little taller than their guards. Try to get those deflections, get in the passing lane, pressure, and particularly if we can grab some loose ball turnovers, live ball turnovers, I should say, and get going the other way quickly, I think that bodes well for the Indians tonight.
So those are your keys to tonight's game, brought to you by Naylor Insurance here in Preston. Other games going on tonight. Grayson Westside just getting ready to start their game over at Westside High School. Filer is at Snake River. Marsh Valley is at Bear Lake tonight. Shelley is at Blackfoot, and Bonneville will take on Hillcrest. Games that have already been played today. Weber State beat Utah Valley 70-62, while USC beat the University of Utah 64-46. Colorado State down to San Diego State 70-67. Colorado State trailed by 26 in the first half at one point and came back to win. And
hard to do against San Diego State and their defense.
Yeah,
wow.
Imagine that. And a game that just finished here just a little bit ago, the Utah State Aggies end up winning both games at Air Force as they beat the Academy today 72-53. We invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up right after this.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indians basketball. The Indians have won 4 Idaho State 4A titles in the last 5 years and look to keep building on what has become a championship tradition. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And welcome back here again to Preston Gym as it's about time to play basketball. The Preston Indians and the Logan Grizzlies. Here's the starting lineup for the Indians as we welcome you back. It'll be Stephen Roberts, the junior, who's appeared in all 8 games so far this year, averaging about 3.5 points a game. Record Knapp has started all 8 games so far. He's appeared in just 13 varsity games last year. He's averaging 7.1 points so far this year. The lone returning starter from last year is Cole Harris, who's averaging 11 points per game so far here in this season. Brandon Hess, playing his 26th career varsity game tonight, is averaging 9 points a game, and the team's leading scorer is Gabe Hammond, averaging 18.3 points per game. The starters tonight for Logan include Isaac Tuft, a 6'3 senior. Oliver Hashimoto was a 5'11 senior. Ethan Davis is a 6-foot senior. Will Jensen is a 6-foot junior. And Jaden Pinniger is a 6'4 senior. And Pinniger is the tallest of the starters tonight for the Grizzlies at 6'4". So finally, for the first time in about three games now, right, the Preston Indians have a team they can actually match up with fairly well.
Yeah, I'd like to see Hess stay on the floor foul trouble-wise and get him going inside. He's a good inside player and scorer for the Indians. If we can get him going tonight early, that would be a great thing.
So we'll see what happens as we get ready to jump center, as Hess will jump against Pinniger. And the tip-off is controlled by the Indians as Hess wins it backwards to Stephen Roberts. So they get it up in the front court. Hess hands it off to Hammond. Gabe wants to drive, gets cut off, wants to pull up for a short jumper, can't take it, so he'll bounce it down low to Hess. He turns baseline, reverse layup is good as he went right around Ethan Davis like he was nailed to the floor.
The Indians with pressure in the front court. Oh, caused the turnover.
And a traveling violation here against Logan. So Preston will bring the ball in back in the backcourt. Full court pressure put on here by the Grizzlies as Knapp comes to help out, get the ball in the backcourt. They give it back to Roberts. Ahead of the front court, it comes to Hammonds. Gabe swings it across the court, intercepted as it's taken away by Davis. Ethan drives all the way, goes up around Roberts. No, the rebound inside is pulled down by Harris. Harris gets around one man, gets back up into the front court. He goes down the middle. Layup is too strong. Hess has the rebound, goes back up and in. Braden Hess with 4 quick points, and Preston jumps out to an early lead. In the corner, now back out top as it comes to Pinniger. Stands out near the timeline. He'll hand it there to Ethan Davis.
Yeah, Indians in his zone. Logan running that 5-out offense, trying to get a 3. There they go.
And there's a 3 from the corner. That's put up there by Jensen. That's no good. Long rebounds off to the Indians. Here comes Roberts down the middle. Goes over on the right side to Hammonds. He looks at a 3. That's no good. Harris has the rebound and then bangs it off of Pinniger's knee. Pinniger trying to say that Cole was standing on the floor out of bounds when he caught the ball, but the officials don't buy it.
So Great hustle play out.
So Roberts will bring it in. Gets it in. Cole Little spin move in the key. That won't go down for him on the little left-handed shot. As here comes the Grizzlies, get over in the corner. Hashimoto wants to drive. Back out top of the key. Three-pointer from there is good by Isaac Tuft.
Boy, great shot. More pressure from Logan. We got Gabe double-teamed.
Comes to Roberts in the front court. Back down low to Hess. As the little reverse layup is no good. And we're going to have a foul against Cole Harris.
Yeah, Hess saying, my bad. He should have just went up strong with it. He waited for the defense, and then he got double-teamed.
There's the first of the players that we talked about in the pregame show that need to stay on the floor. Harris, Hess, and Beckner Knapp all need to stay out of foul trouble tonight. In the front court comes to Hashimoto, kick it back outside. Here's a three-pointer by Pinniger. That's no good. Hess has the rebound. As it comes to Harris, just wiggles away from one guy, gets it back to Hess, runs over a man, charging. Can't hardly say it fast enough, and all of a sudden he picks up his first foul.
Yeah, and that doesn't play to his strengths to catch it 22 feet out and try to do a dribble drive all the way to the basket.
No, that's probably not the guy you want to throw it to that far away from the hoop. Hashimoto drives, doesn't get a shot. Teft, another corner, left corner three, no good. Hess has the rebound as it'll come down to Knapp. Brecker gets it across the timeline. Over here on the angle left, comes to Roberts. Little give and go down low. There's Knapp, missed the layup. Hess goes back up strong, missed it. Tapped by Hammonds, but taken away by the Grizzlies. Here comes Tuft, back up into the front court. Wants to shoot, gives it off over the right corner. As driving there is Davis. Goes off the glass and in.
Boy, good driving layup there. Indians had two good looks last time down. Didn't get either of them to go right at the rim.
Logan has their first lead tonight in a foul against the Grizzlies. This is going to go against, as soon as he finds out who the number is, it's going to go against Oliver Hashimoto. His first, team's first against the Grizzlies. Jalen Sargent comes in, a 6'2 senior, as Isaac Tuft goes to the bench. 5-4, Logan on top. Roberts spins, 13-foot turnaround jumper is good.
Oh, nice move. Saw that he had the advantage height-wise, took him into the lane.
As the pass gets deflected, finds its way down to David. Hess gets the block. Hess takes it away. Front court, it comes to Hammonds. Hammonds runs into a man. Offensive foul. So one thing that Hammonds hasn't done is get into foul trouble.
Yeah, he's driving aggressively, stopped. Preston bench wanted to flop, but not so. Foul on Gabe.
And as much as you talk about Hess staying on the floor, Gabe Hammonds must stay on the floor. He's averaging 18.5 points a game. The team's leading.
Travel, not called, yeah.
Team's leading scorer, yeah, you're right. Over in the corner, driving out of the corner, here comes Jensen. Doesn't take the shot. Hashimoto from the right corner. That's no good. Long rebound. Roberts touched it, now has to go get it. Saves it on the floor to Hammonds. Here comes the Preston Indians back the other way. Defense is back, so Hammonds will slow it up. And he'll hand it to Roberts, and then Roberts will let the offense set up. 6-5, Indians on top. 4:05 to play in the first quarter.
Oh, wow.
And that's another offensive foul called against Hess. He tried to get some room and just threw his elbow out.
That's a tough call. It could have gone either way. The defender was all over him. Hammond's trying to create a little room to dribble with that off arm. Gets called for the push-off. So he'll have to take a seat with two fouls. Traeger Shumway will come in.
Shumway had a great night shooting the other night in Middleton, as driving down the middle all the way off the glass and in, put up by Davis. As another lead change, that's a good pass. That ends up in the hands of Sargent onto the floor. Back to Davis, doesn't take the three. Hashimoto gives it up. They work it all the way around. Sargent drives and travels.
Yeah. So Logan disrupting Preston right now with their pressure. A little turnabout there.
So they get the ball in. The Shumway comes over to Roberts. Up into the front court to Knapp. Knapp goes back to Roberts. Now back over to Knapp again. Free throw line extended right. Down on the block, it goes down to Harris. Lay it off to Hess. Put it up. It's in. It counts. And Hess will go to the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play.
Great find by Harris. Not sure why Logan doubled Harris down there on the block, but he found the open Hess for the cut and the layup.
Hess has 6 of the 8 points. Foul goes against Ethan Davis. That is his first here tonight. As Hess makes the free throw. And Preston regains the lead again at 9-7. 4.5 minutes into the game, we've already had 4 different lead changes. As Pinniger up into the front court comes back to Davis. Davis double teamed out near the timeline. Knocked down by Roberts, taken away by Shumway in the front court to Hammond, to Harris, rather lay it in. Harris with his first 2 points of the game.
It's that live ball turnover, creating points on the other end right away.
Pinniger to Davis, back up into the front court again as they come back to Pinniger, now back to Davis. They let the offense set up. Tough back onto the floor here for Logan. Has it momentarily, gives it back to Davis. Swing it down into the corner, back to Tuft. Entry pass to Sargent is poked away from behind by Cole Harris. As it comes to Knapp, he gives it to Hess. Drives all the way. Offense or defense, what is it?
I think they're going to get a block. Let's see. Yeah,
two
shots.
It'll be a blocking foul. The foul is going to go against Tuft, his first. And Hess is going to go back to the free throw line. That's 3 team fouls now on Logan. 4 for Preston so far here. And the first, the 2 shots is good by Hess. He has 8 points so far here in the game.
Yeah, Hess carrying the Indians here in the early going. Gabe Hammonds, the Indians' leading scorer, hasn't scratched yet here in the first quarter.
As foul shot's no good. Tap by Knapp all the way back out and controlled in the backcourt by Preston. 2:30 to play here in the first quarter. Preston leads by 5, 12-7. Back down low, back to Hess again. Tries to go up, and no foul called on Sargent, but Sargent was standing out of bounds when he touched the ball.
Yeah. Looked like some contact, but no call, so the Indians will take it out under their own basket.
Shumway bounce it into Harris at the right block. Spins down low to Knapp, goes up and he's fouled. And this should probably be against Gage Jensen. And it will be. It'll be his first.
Shooting foul. Brecker will get a trip to the line.
Knapp goes to the line to shoot his first free throws of the night. He has not had a good start to the year from the free throw lines. That one's no good. Coming into the game, he was 11 for 21, only 52%. In fact, Preston is at 72%. Last year, it was all the way down to the last 2 games of the regular season before Preston fell below the 80% free throw percentage level for the entire year.
Wow.
This year, that happened after the second game.
And Brecker missed the second, and Logan corralled the rebound.
So they'll get it back in. Jalene Hoth into the game. We played a lot of time in the JV game earlier today. As it comes back, Sargent gets it back out top, back to Jensen. He'll go back over to Hoth on the far side in the corner. Tuff doesn't take the shot as he'll pull the ball back out. Tuff gets it again down in the left corner, holds it high above his head. Now gives it back to Jensen, who wants Sargent to come through, receive the ball, but Shumway smelled that out, stole it, and laid it in.
Just great anticipation, jumped the lane.
Timeout, Logan. Preston up by 7, 1:41 left here in the quarter. Take a timeout, we'll be right back.
KACH.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto insurance through Mutual of Enumclaw. Call Naylor Insurance, 852-0810, 852-0810 here in Preston.
Well, Tate Priestley in the game playing the point there on that three-quarter court pressure. Boy, he's long and can jump. Bothering the passes already.
Pinniger finally gets it up into the front court as it goes to Sargent. Three-pointer from the corner by Tuft is good. It's his second three of the night. Lead down to 4, 14-10. Harris gets it up into the front court. Knapp in the right corner. Comes back to Harris at the free throw line. Wants to drive. Gives it back to Priestley. Drives all the way, and he's fouled going up.
I liked how Tate went hard to the rim that time. Didn't settle for mid-range. Drove it in tough.
Fouls on Jaden Pinniger. That's his first. That's 5 against Logan here in the first quarter as a team. And Tate Priestley goes back to the line. That one rolls out. Priestley, who's been hot and cold in games this year. He's averaging about 5 points a game, but he has several games in which he hasn't scored. As he missed both free throws, Hess has the rebound down low. And they're going to call it a held ball. It'll go to Logan on the alternating possession rule.
Yeah, Tate, a capable shooter and can score. Maybe a little streaky on the outside shooting, but Hess just about created an extra possession there down in a wrestling match with two of the Grizzlies.
1:05 to play here in the first quarter. Preston leads by 4. As Cooper Pond into the game. Another three-pointer from Tuft from the corner. That's no good. Pinniger up high to get the rebound. Gets it back out as it comes to Pond. He drives, decides he doesn't want to shoot. Straight away three-pointer from Sargent, no good. Gets his own rebound. Into the corner to Huff, travels as he took that extra little hop before he put the ball on the floor.
As you said, Huff played most of the JV, I think.
Yes, he did. So comes the Shumway up into the front court. Look out, Hess, reverse layup is good.
Shumway with a nice find will give Shumway the assist. Hess the bucket.
Hess has already gone above his average here in the first quarter. He's into double digits. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, pressing up by 6. As it'll be Pinniger who will hold on to it as Logan will play for the last shot.
Good job, Tate.
Telegraphed that pass. Priestley takes it away. Then Hoff pushes him in the back on the way to the basket and draws the foul. So that's 16 fouls now on Logan. They're out of fouls for the remainder of the first half. So with 15 seconds left in the first quarter, Preston's going to shoot free throws every time there's a foul throughout the rest of the second quarter tonight, as Priestley misses the front end again.
That's a big advantage when you hit him.
As Davis comes back in for Logan, and Cooper Pond goes back to the bench. Priestley makes that one. He made 1 out of 4 so far here in the first half, and it's 17-10. See what Logan does here to get the last shot with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Up in the front court, it's Davis. Spin move, now wants to drive down the paint. Kick it off, it comes to Hoff, top of the key with 3-2 off the glass and in. Nice move there by Jalen Hoff to get the layup and the bucket as the first quarter comes to an end. Preston leads by 5 after the first. Back with second quarter action right after this.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities.
Well, we get ready to move to the second quarter here. Preston leads 17-12. And the second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533, 852-0533 for more information on Webb Funeral Home.
Pretty good start opening quarter tonight here, Lyle.
Yeah, he put 17 on the board in the opening quarter. That's good pace, and the Indians will get the ball out of bounds to start the second. Gabe Hammond's back in. We'll see if Gabe can get on the scoreboard here.
Rhett Larson in here as well for the Indians, giving them a little bit more bulk down low as it comes to Knapp up top of the key. He'll give it back to Shumway over here on the angle left. Back out top to Hammonds as he pops up to meet the ball. Goes between his feet a couple of times, gives it back to Shumway. As Shumway dribbles against Hashimoto, back to Hammonds, has his shot blocked. Get it back to Shumway, a three-pointer from straight away. Good.
Ooh, boy, that looked good all the way. It was good.
That had a little distance on it, and it's 20-12. Spin it back outside, goes in the corner. Hashimoto to answer with his own three. That's no good. Knapp pulls down the rebound for the Indians, and Shumway will bring the ball back up into the front court again. As it comes to Knapp in the corner to Harris. Now back to Shumway again as Hashimoto jumps way out on him. Tough shot for Knapp from a bad angle. Won't go down. Boy, it almost did. And then Harris saves it again and throws it off the leg, this time of Will Jensen.
Yeah, another hustle play for Cole. Second time this half already. He's done that, throw it out of bounds off the other guy's leg and create a possession.
Shumway to bring it in. As they cross, comes to Harris. There's that scoop shot, no good. Pinniger had it, and he lost it, and Shumway takes it away. Comes back to Hammonds. Still looking for his first points of the game. 12-foot jumper, needs a bounce, won't get it. Harris with the rebound, trying to make some room to go back up. No, Hammonds punches it from behind. If this is on Hammonds, we're in trouble.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Hammonds has 3 fouls here in the first half. He went up behind to try to tap it, and in doing so, he went over the back of Pinniger.
Yeah, didn't really need that one. I mean, you like going after offensive boards, but when you already have 2 in the first half, you may maybe lay that one off.
That's 5 team fouls now on the Indians. They have 1 more, and they're out of fouls. As their pass is intercepted by Larson. Comes to Shumway. Quickly up into the front court. Drives all the way. Offensive foul.
Shumway trying to get all the way to the hole there rather than the jump stop and mid-range, but gets called for the driving foul.
His officials are calling it very tight, and I'll tell you why. They sat over there in the stands and watched the fourth quarter of the JV game and listened to the Logan parents whine and complain about the officials in the first game not calling anything. So now these guys, they're responding to that, and they are calling everything.
Yeah, very tightly called here.
Up top comes to Davis. Davis will back the ball back out. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. As it comes to Jensen. His little off-balance jumper is no good. Hess has that rebound. As it comes back to Shumway, he gets back up into the front court. Preston leads by 8. It's 20-12. Roberts back to Shumway, to Harris over on the far side. Back to Shumway. Bounce it to Hess. Back to Harris, a three-pointer. Is a little bit too long. Hess hustles for the rebound, goes right back up. Can't get the layup to go down, and the ball taken down by Tough. Tough break for Hess. And the ball almost taken away in the backcourt by Shumway. Jensen for 3. No, air ball. And Harris has that rebound. As Cole will try to push up into the front court, gets across the timeline, gives it back to Shumway. Shumway backs it back out, and Hashimoto follows him all the way out to the stripe. Now he drives all the way. Left-hand layup. No good, but he's fouled. Pinniger was the closest guy to him, and it's going to go on Joden.
Shumway showing off his quickness there, turned on the jets, got all the way to the rim.
Shumway will go to the line to shoot 1-1. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. With Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, and Dodge trucks, they're all available right here in the city of Preston. Pinniger comes out, as does Hashimoto and Jensen.
Yeah, Shumway got the first. He'll line up the second.
Here's the second, as that one went down and came back out, and Tuft has the rebound. Up into the front court as they get it back to Davis. Now he'll back it back out, he tries to direct traffic here a little bit as he wants Sargent to cut across. Now comes a cutting across the key, down on the right block, doesn't take the shot.
Travel.
And Davis tried a little shimmy shake before he put the ball on the floor and traveled. Cole Harris is going to come out now. for the Indians as Tate Priestley returns. 5 minutes exactly remaining here in the second quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Front court, Roberts gets it back right at the timeline, now gets in the front court to Hess. Here's a tough trapping defense by Logan, comes over to Shumway for a three, good again. Shumway hits the three, timeout Logan, as Preston opens the lead up to 12, 24-12, and we'll be right back.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
You know, Lyle, the one thing about the Indians is they move the ball well enough and they shoot it from well enough from outside. You can't trap them like that.
Yeah, it's hard. And now with Shumway and Roberts both in the game, we should have good ball handling there to beat the press.
Jensen back in, an
Moving
offensive
screen,
foul away
yeah.
from the ball, moving screen. As that's going to go against Sargent. That'll be his first offensive foul, so no free throws here as Larson comes out and Cole Harris comes back in with 4.5 to play here in the second quarter. Roberts, and kind of a silly foul by Sargent in the backcourt.
Yeah, very similar to the one they called Hammonds on for earlier. Roberts trying to fend off the defender with his off arm, but Roberts will get the trip to the line.
Some 9 team fouls now against Logan, so Roberts is going to go back to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Jaden Pinniger comes back in the game, and Jalen Sargent will go back to the bench. Roberts first. High arching shot, falls in. Gotta love the way he puts up that big high arching shot from the free throw line.
Yeah, it puts a smile on my face to see that plenty of extra arch on there.
Here's the second. That one's nothing but net. Much to the dismay of the JV team for Logan, sitting over there on that side. And Preston leads by 14, 26-12. Pinniger wants to drive, gets cut off, gives it back to Jensen. Now back out top as it comes to Davis. Davis comes back to Jalen Hoff. Swing it cross court back to Pinniger. Looks at a three, missed it. Harris up high to get the rebound for the Indians. Wants to push quickly up into the front court. A little too aggressive as off the hands of Priestley and out of bounds.
Yeah, just it wasn't there. I mean, the pass was a little high, but Priestley was about out of bounds anyways by the time it got to him. So
we're halfway through the second quarter, and Logan hasn't scored yet. They got a goose egg so far here in the second, as they had 12 points in the first quarter, and they're still at 12 here halfway through the second.
Yeah, I think Preston's playing good defense, but Logan's just missing some shots too. It's kind of both things going on there.
Down low, Pinniger bumps into Hess to get a little operating room. Shot won't go down. Rebound inside to Jensen, kicks it back out. Back down low to Pinniger again, and there's their first points of the quarter. And the first points for Pinniger in the game, 26-14. Priestley in the corner, double team there. Look out! And they foul on Pinniger. They just lose on foul, I should say, on Priestley. Just lost it out of bounds.
I think they're going to say Priestley dribbled it out of bounds somehow.
As Knapp will come back in and Priestley will come back to the bench. You know they're going to trap you if you throw that ball down in the corner. You got to be ready to either shoot or to get rid of it.
Yeah, and keep it higher. He brought it down below his waist, and that allows the littler guys to glom on.
As Hoff down low, dribbles underneath the basket, doesn't shoot, tries to throw it out of bounds. It's touched by the Indians and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Logan. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you with the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st West here in Preston. So the ball out of bounds in the corner to be brought in there by Jensen. And it's off of Pinniger's hands and dropped it out of bounds.
Just an unforced error for Logan there as they bobbled the handoff between two players on the perimeter.
We mentioned that Preston has beaten Logan in 8 of the last 10 meetings. Now, you remember the game last year at Logan. Preston just was all over the Grizzlies, and it went what should have gone down low. It goes to Hess. Hess runs over a man, blocking. This will be a foul against Davis. It'll be his second. If the game wasn't played in Idaho, it would have gone to the mercy rule of the running clock in the fourth quarter, but Utah schools don't play by that. So the game played out the entire fourth quarter, and Preston ended up winning that game 72-43. They also met 2 years ago in the border clash that was played in the Spectrum at Utah State, and Preston won that game, which was a lot closer, 59-52.
Yeah, as Coach Jones mentioned in the pregame, Logan brings most of those guys back this year that played in that game with more experience, another year of growth and development physically. So
Hess makes the first. He makes them both. He's 4 of 4 from the line and has a dozen here in the first half. That's already over his season average. Averaged 9 points a game coming into the contest here tonight. Hoth dribbles out near the timeline. As it comes back to Sargent, just back into the game. Inside, Cooper Pond doesn't shoot. Hoth driving, gets around Hess and lays it in. And Hess is going to be called for the foul as he tried to reach out and grab him going by.
Yeah, that's one where Gary Carlson, one of the refs, is explaining to him, you can't grab him on the waist or touch him low. Rhett Larson will come in. Hess will take a seat. Yeah, as a big guy, you either got to block the shot up high or let him go. You can't grab him around, touch him around the waist. They'll call you for that every time.
Especially a little guy on a drive like that. If you can't get in front of him and stop him, just let him go. As he misses the free throw, Knapp has the rebound. And Preston's lead down to 12 at 28-16. 2:30 to play as the ball's dribbled off of the foot of Shumway. And they said Shumway touched it first after it went across the line, and they're going to call an over and back.
Over and back.
So backcourt violation against the Indians. It's legit. As Shumway dribbled it off his foot and then was able to shield off the Logan man to where he got to the ball first.
Yeah, I guess they said that he gained possession on the floor, creating the over and back.
Sargent on the angle left, bad pass, and they're going to give it right back to him now. Let's go ahead and touch the ball, Hoff. He might as well. Don't want to take the chance of them stealing it and get an outnumbered man rush. So back-to-back turnovers as Penninger comes out of the game.
Harris will inbounds it right in front of the Logan bench.
Cooper Pond comes back in after a quick break as Shumway has it. Goes over onto the angle right, dribbles against Hoth. Little quick spin move behind back, down the middle. Shumway puts it up and in. Shumway's got 11 here in the first half.
And he gets
a bad pass taken away. As it comes to Knapp. Up into the front court, they go to Harris with 2 minutes in the quarter. And it's touched off by Logan, and it'll stay with Preston.
Yeah, Colt trying to find Rhett Larson for a layup. Couldn't quite thread the needle. Shumway's given the Indians a great lift here in the first half. His scoring and playmaking.
Down low, Harris fouled. Got that little inside bunny shot as the foul's going to go against Isaac Tuft. It'll be his second. That's 10 now against the Grizzlies. So Cole Harris in the bonus will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is no good. Cole so far this year, a 68%er from the line. As the Indians have outscored Logan here in the quarter, 13-4. Wow. To really open up the game. As Harris makes the second.
Usually you'd think you'd shoot free throws better at home because you're used to the rims, the lighting, the background, everything else. So far in the first half, been a struggle for the Indians from the free throw line.
Penninger looking to direct traffic. Hashimoto back into the game, gets it up at the top of the key. Comes back to Pond, holds it, now drops it down low, kicks it back outside to Hashimoto again. Fumbled it, so he had to go back and get it and missed any opportunity for a 3. Penninger has it in the right corner, one bounce dribble. He'll give it back. Now they swing it all the way back out top to Sargent again. Back to Pond. On the angle left, and he'll come across the top of the key and give it back to Sargent. Again, they look inside. Again, nothing there. Have to bring it all the way back out. Down to 1:10 to play in the quarter. Back down low. Great pass to Sargent, but he missed the layup. Larson's got the rebound. Boy, they got the shot that they wanted, and they couldn't get it to go down.
Ran about 30 seconds off and got a layup. Just couldn't get it to go.
Up top, Larson. Swing it to Roberts. Roberts holds, gives it back to Larson at the free throw line. Kick it back outside to Shumway. Wants to drive, gets cut off. Comes back to Harris. 45 seconds left in the quarter. Inside, Knapp. No basket. Offensive foul against Cole Harris.
Wow.
Harris ran over a man. That'll be 2 on him.
Yeah, and that takes away a layup.
Tate Priestley's going to come back in for Harris, who goes to the bench for the final 43 seconds. Harris has 2, Hess has 2, Hammonds has 3. So here comes Davis back up into the front court. They give it to Will Jensen. He gives it back to Davis. 32 seconds left on the clock. Down low, Sargent back in, lay off the glass, spins around like a motorcycle in a motordrome and finally falls in. Preston has it with 21 seconds as they pause briefly at the timeline. Now Shumway comes across the stripe. And timeout called by Preston. By Coach Jones. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
KACA.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
There you see, you get a look at the scoreboard. 15 and a half seconds left here in the quarter. Preston leading 31-18. Gabe Hammonds checks back in, comes back on the floor to look for a three-point shot. And you got to think the coach has told him, if you don't have an outside shot, don't drive. Don't risk getting that fourth foul before the half.
Yeah. They'll set some screens for him. Shumway.
Hammonds has it on the angle right. Comes back to Hammonds in the corner, goes to Knapp. Back outside to Shumway with 3. With 2, you got to get a shot. Hammonds pulls up for 2. Good! Hammonds hits his first bucket of the half at the buzzer, and Preston goes off, leading 33-18. Good half for the Indians. All in all, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have the Ralph's Construction halftime report coming up right after this.
KACA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The halftime report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
KACH.
Welcome back here to Preston Gym. This is the Ralph Construction Halftime Report. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller, John Beverly back in the studio tonight. And Lyle, just off the top, not only, yes, the Preston is not really outsized like they have been in the last 3 or 4 games, but in the last 3 or 4 games, they have moved the ball better tonight than they had going all the way back to the tournament a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they've been really unselfish, I think, in the first half, really looking for the open man. And, getting some scoring from Hess and Shumway in particular to really fill in for Hammonds, who had I think just 2 points in that first half. So,
3, yeah.
So well below his normal average. So, you put up 33 in the half, and that's going to track about where Preston's average been on the year. I think about 62 points a game, something like that.
Yeah, about 62 and a half. Yeah,
so,
like that.
the Indians are right there, and then they're holding Logan to 18. That's a great defensive effort in the first half.
It's especially when you're talking about a team that's won 5 straight games coming in here tonight. Yeah, it's not against the big powers in the state of Utah, but you know what? A W is a W.
Yeah, and Logan, is a good team. As you said, come in at 6-1. They returned most of their guys from last year. They have good athletes at most every position. So credit the Indians' defense. I think Logan would normally hit a few more shots than they hit in that first half, but part of that's defense as well, right? Good defense hurries you up, makes you take shots you don't want to take, and ultimately makes you miss shots. So great job to hold them to 18 in the first half.
Yeah, and when you're playing a team that's a cross-valley rival, as they might perceive that Preston is, having lost 8 out of the last 10, they might be pressing just a little bit as well and trying to play just a little bit out of control to try to make sure they get out and running early against the Indians, which they were not able to.
Right, and and a lot of these kids know each other, have played in not rec leagues, but different competitive leagues over the years for a long, long time, and so a lot of familiarity with the coaches and the kids and the programs, and I'm sure Logan will come out and be very determined to make a better showing in the second half, try to tighten this up.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the stat sheet from the first half as we continue on the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, as we look at the stat sheet from the first half, first for the Logan Grizzlies, their leading scorer was Isaac Tuft, who had 6 points on the power of 2 3-point baskets in the first half. Ethan Davis had 3. Jalen Hoff had a pair. It was Jalen Sargent with 2, and Jaden Pinniger had 2. That's it. They only had 18 points in the first half. And you talk about good defense played by the Indians. Logan shot 0 free throws in the first 2 quarters of the game.
Yeah, playing defense without fouling is a learned skill. We know that our guys have been fouling. We've had guys in foul trouble, but they haven't resulted in trips to the line. On the Preston Indians side, Dan Hammonds, as we talked about, I've got him just for the 1 2-point field goal in the first half. He went 0 for 2 on 3, spent a lot of the first half on the bench in foul trouble. Hess was great first half inside for the Indians. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4 for 7 on 2s and hits 4 free throws for 12 points. I've got him with 5 rebounds, working on a double-double, Braden Hess. Cole Harris, 1 for 4 on 2s, missed his 3 and went 1 for 2 from the line for 3 points. Brecker Knapp played but didn't score, missed a couple of 2s and went 0 for 2 from the line. Steve Roberts got 2 points from the line. And Priestley went 1 for 4 from the line in the first half for 1 point. Shumway came in, gave the Indians a nice lift off the bench. He goes 2 for 2 on 2s. He hits 2 for 2 on 3s and 1 for 2 from the line. And we'll give Shumway 11 points on my book for the first half there. So all in all, 33 for the Indians. They go 8 for 16 on 2-point field goals, 2 for 5, which of course would be 40% on 3s, and 9 for 16 from the line. You'd like to see that number jump up a little higher than 9 out of 16, but that's where they were in the first half.
This has been the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report. Stay with us. The second half coming up next.
KACH.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Second half just underway, just 15 seconds in. Logan has the ball. He has yet to take a shot as it comes to Sargent. Sargent comes back out top, back to Davis. Tries to bounce it inside. Knapp got a hand on it. Hess trying to chase it down, end up on the floor, and it'll be a held ball that's going to go to Preston on the alternating possession rule. Third quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Whether you need anything from your car, go where you're going to be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest on 17 South State Street in downtown Preston. Hammond's 15-foot jumper is good.
There we go. Much better start to the half for Gabe.
Three-pointer by Tuft. That's no good. Knapp has that rebound. Quickly back up into the front court as Tuft blocks Roberts just after he caught the ball. And that's going to go on Isaac Tuft. That'll be his third. And the first team foul the second half against either side. So Preston brings the ball in. Hammonds has it. Over on the far side as he'll bring it in from the sideline. Comes to Roberts. Roberts comes back to Hammonds in the right corner. Bounce it down low. It comes to Hess on the block. Great pass down low. Knapp has it in the paint. Little 4-foot jumper is good.
Yeah, good find by Cole Harris. Cole could have taken that, but he found a better shot for Knapp.
And for Knapp, his first 2 points of the game. Pinniger, 3 from straight away, no good. Hammonds has the long rebound. 2 on 3. Gabe will pull up from the right elbow and hit it. And quickly, a timeout by Logan as they will see this start to slip away a little bit as Preston leads by 19. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
KACH.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo Robotic Assistance System at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial or total knee replacement, the new robotic assisted surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Tonight's game was also brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage needs at 85 South State Street in Preston. Stop in and get your competitive quote today or give them a call at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. I was erroneous in my assessment of the score when we went to break. Preston actually leads by 21. It's 39-18.
Yeah, Hammond's already with a couple of jump shots here in the lane. Start the third quarter. If he gets hot, it could be very helpful.
He has 7. Remember, he averages 18.5 on the year, leading scorer on the team. Jensen, Pinniger goes to Hashimoto right in front of the Logan bench. Pulls up, doesn't shoot. Jensen has it in the left corner. Back to Pinniger again. Work it all the way around the floor. Back to Davis. Look inside, nothing there. Back to Hashimoto. Good defense here by the Indians. Kind of a 1-3-1 zone defense. They got a hand on it. Pinniger ends up with it. Tries to throw it over in the corner. Hashimoto has a look at a 3. That's no good. And Nappig with a good box out inside of Sargent has the rebound.
Good strong two-handed rebound. Secure that ball and bring it down.
Hess pops out to receive it as it comes to Knapp. Brecker wants to drive. Nope, down low. Little give and go to Hess for the layup.
That may be the easiest 2 Hess gets all night. Good find by Brecker.
Hess has 14 in the game. Sargent back down low. Try to get it back to Pinniger. It's off his hands and out of bounds. Hess's high point mark in the year is 15. He's already had another game at 14 like he has tonight. Down low, Hammonds all alone gets the easy layup. As Preston able to run the court well, get the easy layup, 43-18. As driving, Davis puts it up, rolls in and out. Harris has the rebound. Here comes Cole, lays it off to Roberts. Ooh, Preston on the run, can't get the layup to go down, and a whistle and a foul against Braden Knapp. I guess Brecker Knapp, my bad, his first.
The Indians had numbers on the fast break, just couldn't quite come up with a layup there.
So 43-18. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. As Pinniger got down low. Harris got a hand on it and again throws it off the side of a Logan player and out of bounds.
That's on that same baseline 3 times tonight.
Roberts comes up into the front court. As he gets across the timeline, he crosses with Knapp, looks over at Coach Jones, who calls out the play from right in front of him. As that's going to be a kicking violation as Ethan Davis got stuck that big PF flyer out there and hit it back at Roberts. So Preston has the ball over on the far side. Knapp was going to bring it in. It'll be Cole Harris to bring it in instead.
Yeah, Logan yet to score here in the third quarter.
Remember, they went 4 minutes without getting a point in the second quarter. As Hess has it, little one-hand jumper is good. That's 16 for Braden and a new season high. Penninger looks at the three. Good. Penninger's got 5, and that is the third three-point basket tonight for the Grizzlies. Roberts dribbles through traffic, finds himself in the lane, just flips it up at the basket and finds Paydirt.
It's a difficult shot. Running one-hander from about 14 feet.
As little reverse layup's no good, Pond's got it back and puts it in. Do you realize since the end of the first quarter, Preston has now outscored Logan 30-11.
Well, great run here for the Indians. Good start to the third quarter. Came out with a lot of energy.
Roberts, Hammonds for 3. Good again. I think Hammonds might be a teeny-bit upset that he has 3 fouls and had to sit.
He's come out like a house of fire here in this third quarter.
Preston leads by 27, 50-23,
and
a push.
Pretty obvious push, yeah.
Gage Jensen called for the foul. That's his second. And 2 fouls against Logan here in the second half. You know, Utah may not have the running clock rule like Idaho does. That's a backcourt. That's a blocking foul here against Davis. That'll be the third team foul now against Logan. And Davis has his third by my count. Yes, it is. Anyway, Utah may not have the running clock rule, but Idaho does. And Logan's in grave danger of running into that running clock rule before the fourth quarter can start.
Right.
50-23. As Preston's shot by Shumway, no good. Comes back outside to Harris. Quickly comes back to Hammonds. Another 3 for Gabe. Good again. Hammonds got 14 on a pair of quick threes, and it's 53-23, and there's the 30-point lead. Penninger comes back to Jensen, drives, puts it in over Harris. Cole very smart, just kind of backed off and let him have it.
Yeah, didn't swing for the block, just maintained verticality.
Shumway splits the defense, comes over to Priestley, who travels.
Yeah, couldn't get those puppies lined up. Wears about a 13 or 14, I would guess.
2:40 to play in the quarter, 53-25, Preston on top. As Hoff brings it back up into the front court. Bounce it to Penninger at the free throw line. Turns around, 15-foot jumper is good. Penninger with 5 quick points. He's got 7 in the game.
Yeah, nice little shot. If he can hit that consistently, that'll help them a lot against our zone.
As comes to Hammonds. Another 3 for Gabe. Nope, kind of forced that one. Priestley has the rebound inside, goes back up, but he's fouled.
Yeah, a little bit of a heat check by Gabe on that one.
Foul's going to go against 10, Cooper Pond. That'll be his first. And it's the team's 4th. 2 shots for Tate Priestley in tonight's game, brought to you by ChemDry of Northern Utah. Introducing Micro Pro Shield disinfecting plus antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. For safer homes and businesses and greater peace of mind, call if you live in Cache Valley or Box Elder County. Call today at 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah. As Priestley makes the free throws.
He went 1 for 2. Yeah. Missed the first, got the second. Now timeout.
Sorry, I was busy reading our lovely message from one of our sponsors. Timeout on the floor, a full timeout. Preston leads 54-27. Back with more right after this.
KACA.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We talked about it a little bit in the pregame show that Preston came into the game here tonight having lost 3 straight. And several people asked me after we got back from the Boise trip, when's the last time Preston lost 4 in a row? And the answer to that is it was 8 years ago tonight. They traveled to a game at Burley and ended up losing. They had lost. The 8 games were against Bear Lake, Century, Bonneville, and then Burley. Now, that was 8 years ago tonight, January 2nd, 2013. That's a travel to my Hoff.
Yeah, the Indians look like they're in good shape to get off their 3-game losing streak here.
Knock on wood. With 2 minutes to play here in the third, 54-27.
Yeah, Indians already with 21 points this quarter with 2 minutes to go. A great quarter offensively.
That'd be their best quarter so far of the night. Bounce it down low to Hammonds. Hammonds puts his shoulder into somebody and gets called for the foul. That's pretty obvious, as that's 4 on Gabe. As Hammonds lowered his shoulder and stuck it right in the chest of whoever the defensive man was. Yeah, he flopped, but it was justified. So Hammond's going to come out with 4 fouls.
Yeah, they're trying to get him on the low block. They ran that play a lot for Luke Smaley last year, trying to get Gabe with a smaller defender to post him up.
So Hoff back up into the front court. Looks at the 3, doesn't take it twice. Said he'll give it over to Hashimoto. Drives, bounce pass down low to Pond, put it up and in. Nice pass to Cooper Pond, who gets the layup. And it's 54-29. Down low to Harris. Up into the front court for the Indians as Harris comes through the key, now dribbles it back outside and gives it back to Shumway. Shumway wants to drive on Hoth. He gets cut off. Harris has it back at the free throw line. Spin move in the paint, put it up and won't go down for him as Jensen pulls down the rebound. Here comes Gage Jensen up into the front court in a hurry. Good pass to Hashimoto. Takes the 3. Nope. Going to drive baseline, but then traveled.
Yeah.
Passed up a 3, then got around the man, and passed up a 2, and then traveled.
Yeah, kind of got out over his skis a little bit there on that drive. Now Linhart in the game for the Indians, seeing his first action of the night.
As Sargent comes back in, and Jaden Pinniger is going to come back to the bench. Preston leading by 25, 54-29. And taken away. Sargent has it. Here comes Sargent driving, and a foul by Harris. Cole draws his 3rd, leading by 25 with less than a minute to play in quarter number 3. You let him go to the basket.
Yeah, prevented the layup, but an obvious foul call too.
So that's 3 team fouls against the Indians this quarter, and 3 personals against Cole. As it'll be Jalen Sargent at the free throw line, and he makes the free throw. I believe, by my unofficial tally, that is the first free throw tonight put up by the Logan Grizzlies.
Yeah, that could be. With 59 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Second one is good by Sargent. He makes them both. Sargent now with 4 points in the game. Comes up to Harris. Harris down low to Hess. Put it up and missed the layup. Gets his own rebound. He's fouled going back up. Foul's going to go on Cooper Pond. That'll be his 2nd. And Hess will go back to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. With produce to hand tools, fresh meats to smokers, fresh bakery items, now fresh sushi made daily as well. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. Hess makes them both. He's perfect from the line tonight, 6 for 6, and continues that season high now with 18. Hoth driving down the middle, kicks it off in the corner. Hashimoto lays it off. Here's Jensen for 3. Good ball movement by the Grizzlies. Gage Jensen hits the 3. 25 seconds to play here in the quarter. Comes back to Harris, lay it off, and a foul. Linhart gets the hoop and the harm, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Another good find by Cole. I've got Cole for 6 assists on the night already. Fouls on Hashimoto, his 2nd. And just like in the first quarter,
Logan is out of fouls for the half after just 1 quarter of play as Linhart gets that one to roll in. 59-34. Lead back to 25 again. Off into the front court with 12 seconds. Clock runs down to 10. Dribbles between the legs, spin move, shoots over Knapp, short. Brecker has it. It comes to Harris with 3, with time. 2, with 1. Harris gets the layup at the end of the quarter. We're done with 3. Great run out by the Indians, and they lead 61-34 as we go to the 4th. Take a timeout and back right after this.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back as we go to the 4th quarter. Preston leading handily, 61-34. Great quarter offensively there for the Indians. And that last play, Dan, I think really encapsulated and gave a great example of why very unselfish. You had Harris and Hess coming down on the fast break, passed it to each other, found the open man, got the layup. Way to play unselfishly. Preston outscored them in the quarter 28-16 to really open up the lead. Here is Jensen, drives, lays it off. Sargent back to Jensen, put it up and in. Tell you what, when Logan wants to play and move the ball, they do it very well. Yeah, and they've got some shooters. Harris down low on the block. It comes to Knapp. Back to Hess. Hess standing. He'll go up from the right block, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go against Tuff. That's his 4th. 7 against the team, and Hess in the active shooting go back to the free throw line now. Where on the night he was perfect. He's made 4 out of 6. And he makes that one. I did a good job that time of creating the contact by going up strong, not fading away. Is that right? Is he 4 out of 6, or did he make those last 2? I've got him 8 out of 8 now. Okay, so now he's 8 out of 8. My bad. After I said that, I went, you know what? I think he made those. Yeah, he got them. Comes to Davis in the left corner. Looks down low. Pinniger tried to post up on Hess and comes back out. Now he's standing out in the three-point land on the left side. Back on top as it comes to Jensen again. Back to Davis. Pulls up, can't get a shot, almost traveled. Instead, they whip it back around outside again. This comes back to Sargent. Back to Pinniger in the left corner. Driving all the way. Shoots over Knapp. Foul on Knapp. Made the shot, too. Yeah, Knapp just couldn't quite get in front of him defensively and picks up the foul on the shot. Second foul on Brecker Knapp, team's 3rd. And here's Pinniger at the free throw line, misses the free throw. Hess has it back up in the front court here for the Indians. He'll give it back to Roberts as we go under 7 minutes to play here in regulation. 63-38, Preston leads. Hess, 12-foot jumper in the paint, needs a bounce, won't get it. Tapped away by Sargent. It's pulled down there by Davis, up into the front court. Ethan wants to drive, now circles down the middle, splits the defenders, no good. Hess has the board there for the Indians. Stepped through 3 defenders, found himself all alone under the hoop, couldn't convert a left-hander. Shumway gets across the timeline for the Indians. Back to Harris. Free throw line extended right. Now Cole wants to drive. Look out, no look pass to Hess for the layup. Beauty. Braden has 20, and it's 65-38, 27-point lead.
Yeah, or 22 now, I think, for Hess.
As shot is good, no good. Yeah, you're right, it is 22 because I shorted him those 2 free throws a few minutes ago. Roberts back up. Harris pops up to receive the pass, give it to Knapp. Brecker wants to drive down onto the right block, tries to go up, and a foul by Sargent.
Good job by Brecker. Got a little bit of size advantage on Sargent. Get him down low in the lane.
That's 3 on him, 8 on the team. And Brecker Knapp will shoot 2 as he was in the act of shooting at the time. First one is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and auto insurance through Mutual of Enumclaw, it's Naylor Insurance at 153 North State Street here in Preston. Hess comes out, Harris comes out. Got to figure their night's done with 5.5 minutes left and a 28-point lead. As Knapp's next shot is no good. Rebound goes down to Larson, and the putback is good. Brett fights for the rebound and put it back in.
Brett doing work in there. Great job.
And the lead is 30, 68-38. As Sargent gets it over on the right side, back to Tuff. They'll swing it all the way back around to Davis. As comes back to Jensen again. Now back to Pinniger. Nice move inside, kick it back in the corner. Tuff's got to look at another 3. That's an air ball. As he made 3 of them, or 2 of them rather, in the first half, but Sargent able to get the rebound as Preston fumbled it and put it back in. As Priestley will come across the timeline with 5 minutes left here in regulation. As it comes to Linhart on the left side, big it back outside, back to Shumway again. Timeout called by Preston. 4:52 left, 68-40. Preston leads. We'll be right back.
KACH.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
Well, certainly Preston has put their foot on the gas and really opened up the lead now to 28 here in the second half.
You really have to be pleased if you're Coach Jones and his staff with the effort tonight. They've been sharp. They've executed well. They played unselfishly. All those things that they'll need to continue to do to get better throughout the season and of course, to break this 3-game losing streak.
Well, it does appear now with 4:52 left that unless the roof absolutely falls in on the Indians, that a couple of streaks will end here tonight. Their 3-game losing streak and Logan's 5-game winning streak. As Shumway has it in the backcourt, hustles up into the front. Hammonds has it, double teamed in the right corner. Back out top to Shumway. As he gets the man up in the air, goes to Linhart at the right elbow, back to Hammonds. He goes left elbow, jumper is good. Hammonds has got 16 after spending much of the first half on the bench. Sargent, 3-pointer, no good. Larson had it, dropped it, able to get it back just before it goes out of bounds. Then he threw it away, back to Sargent for the layup. Larson was in such haste to get rid of the ball after almost stepping out of bounds that he threw it away.
Yeah.
Hammonds, top of the key. Bounce pass comes to Larson at the left elbow. Now back to Hammonds again. Hammonds pull up, 18-foot jumper, good again. He's made his average. He's got 18.
Got the mid-range jumper working tonight.
Back outside, Jensen. 3-pointer from there is no good. Larson's got another rebound, secures this one with 2 hands, and gives it off to Shumway. 30-point lead again, 72-42. As it comes to Linhart down low, Larson puts it up too strong, and the rebound pulled down there again. As here comes Will Jensen again back up into the front court. 3-pointer from Davis, in and out. Linhart's got the rebound. Up top, 2-on-1. Hammond slows the ball down, doesn't take it toward the hoop. And back outside, it comes back to Shumway. Comes back to Hammonds, three-pointer right in front of the Preston bench. Down low, Lindhart has it on the block. Cooper Pond just flops, trying to draw the charge. Didn't get the call from the officials, then laid there on the floor. 74-42, 32-point advantage now by the Indians. Back outside, it comes back to Davis. Davis has it as he dribbles between his feet a couple of times. Preston has reached the 70s twice this year. I take that back, once this year, once against them. And a timeout called again by the Indians. 2:34 to play, 74-42, a 32-point lead for Preston. And once again, we'll be right back.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
There's a look at the scoreboard. Preston leads 74-42. They are 4 points away from their season high. They scored 78 against Mountain Crest, and that's in the Preston Holiday Tournament. Then they came back and gave up 73 points the next night to Skyview.
Well, it's good to be home, but good to rebound in a big way here tonight. The Indians been really sharp offensively in particular.
So 2.5 to play here in the contest. Preston with a sizable lead, going to go on their way to their 6th win of the year. They're going to be 6-3. Logan's record will slip to 6-2, and they'll have their 5-game winning streak snapped. Lindhart has it at the elbow, bounce it down low to Knapp, turnaround jumper in the paint, no good. Priestley has the rebound, tries to go back to Larson. Cooper Pond got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Next game for the Indians, are right back here as inside to Larson. And Rhett is fouled. He'll go back to the free throw line as that foul's going to go against Pond. That'll be his 3rd. Next Thursday night, January the 7th, Blackfoot will be here. And they'll try to redeem what was a loss at their place.
Yeah, it's a good Blackfoot team this year. New coach.
Larson makes one, misses one. As up onto the front court, driving. Nice block by Larson as he got a hand on the shot by Jensen. Knapp has it up into the front court. Look out, and a foul from behind as Gage Jensen tried to reach out and grab Brecker. Don't let him get away, so he tried to reach in and get the ball. So foul on Jensen, his 3rd, and Brecker Knapp goes back to the free throw line to try to shoot 1-and-1 here. First one from Brecker is good. 76-42. Brecker makes them both, make it 77. Here's Pond up into the front court as Max Isom onto the floor, number 23 in gray for Logan. Comes back to Hoth down the middle, challenges against Lindhart and gets the hoop and the foul. Went up strong against Lindhart.
Yeah, Lindhart, much bigger guy there, and just drove right into the body.
So now with over 30 points, they've gone to the running clock, and we're down inside 20 seconds to play in the game. As the foul by Hoth is good. The foul shot, as Preston is going to win this one by 30-plus points. It'll be their biggest win of the year. They lead by 32. Priestley with 2, with 1. He just hangs on to it. And the Preston Indians are able to break that 3-game losing streak on the 8th anniversary of the last time they lost 4. So they're able to break out of that. They're up their record to 6-3. as Logan sees their winning streak go by the boards as they slip to 6-2 as their 5-game winning streak comes to an end here tonight at Preston Gym. Final score 77-45. Back with the postgame show, and hopefully you visit with Coach Jones during that postgame show, which is coming up next.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Well, we welcome you back here to Preston Gym, where that Preston Magic that apparently have been lost for a short time after the loss against Skyview in the championship game of the tournament kind of finally came back here tonight as Preston able to pick up the win at home, knocking off Logan 77-45 to stop their 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, the ailing Indians get healthy tonight. The coaching staff, Dan, they really preach defending your home court. We've talked about in previous broadcasts the really remarkable home court record that the Indians have had here in the past several years. And so, you know, coming off a 3-game losing streak, getting back home again, and you knew they were going to come out with fire in their eyes tonight, which they did. They played well from the tip. They played well offensively and end up putting up 77 points and getting a blowout win. Great game for the Indians tonight.
Yeah, Preston's now won 44 of the last 46 games here at Preston Gym. We made a comment in the first quarter that they played roughly about 5 minutes and the lead had changed hands 4 times. That's when Preston took the lead, and after that they stepped on the gas and never looked back the rest of the game.
And then the other big jump, it was right after the half coming into the third quarter where Hammonds came out and just started hitting jumper after jumper after jumper and really helped push that lead out to a level where it was very, very difficult for Logan to try to get back into it.
Yeah, Hammond spent much of the first half on the bench with 3 fouls. and finished the game with 4 fouls, but finally had to fight his way just to get back to his average as he finished the game with 18 tonight. But the big score tonight for the Indians, you hate to think where they would have been without him, but Brandon Hess gets a season high tonight.
Yeah, great job by Hess. You can't, say enough for the game he got to the free throw line and converted those. He was strong inside with rebounding, his presence in there defensively as well. But career high for Hess, and deservedly so. He played well tonight.
Yes, he did. So Preston wins it 77-45. We'll come back, look at the stats, and hopefully get a chance to visit with Coach Tyler Jones here on the postgame show as we continue right after this.
KACA.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So the Indians win it. Final score tonight, 77-45. Let's look at the stat sheet before the coach's staff comes back out of the locker room. First for the Logan Grizzlies tonight, Isaac Tuff finished the game with 6 points overall. Oliver Hashimoto did not score. Ethan Davis finished the game with 3. Jalen Hoff had 5 in the game. And Gage Jensen finished the game with 7. Cooper Pond had 2. Jalen Sargent finished the game with 8. He was right at the leading scorer tonight for the Logan Grizzlies, but actually Jaden Pinniger got him by 1 point. Pinniger finished the game with 9 points overall. Logan shot 2 free throws in the second half, and those are the only 2 they shot the whole night. So we talk about great defense, but like we mentioned at halftime, you keep the opposition away from the free throw line, you're doing some work.
Yeah, and great job by Preston defending without fouling tonight. For the Indians, Dan, they've got overall, of course, the 77 points. Hammonds hit 18, as was referenced. He went 6 for 6 on 2s. Most of those were mid-range jumpers where he rose and fired. Goes 2 for 5 on 3s. Doesn't shoot a free throw tonight, but he gets 18. Hess really carried the Indians offensively in the first half along with Shumway. He finishes 7 out of 12 and 8 for 8 from the line for 22 points. Cole Harris goes 2 for 6 on 2s. He missed a three-pointer and 1 for 1 from the line for 5 points. Brecker Knapp 0 for 4 on 2s, 3 for 6 from the line for 3 points. Roberts goes 1 for 2 on 2s, 2 for 2 free throws for 4. Tate Priestley got 2 points. He went 2 for 6 from the line. Linhart came in the second half. He gets 5 points, goes 2 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the line. And Shumway, spent most of his scoring in the first half. He goes 2 for 3 on 2s, hits a couple 3s, and 1 for 2 on free throws for 11, and Rhett Larson rounds out the scoring with 1 point from the free throw line. Overall tonight, Dan, the Indians go 19 out of 28 from the free throw line, 5 for 8 on 3s, and 20 out of 38 on 2-point field goal attempts.
Wow, very good across the line for the Indians as we're joined here by head coach Tyler Jones. I'll say it right off the bat, it's got to feel good to get back on the winning side.
Oh, for sure. It's last week, he said we haven't felt that in a while, and we had to face a little adversity, and it was good to see the kids bounce back tonight and come out determined, and I thought that's the best, as a team we've played this year. We really moved the ball, we shared the ball, and defensively, again, one of our best defensive performances, and that's what it takes.
First quarter, there was 4 lead changes back and forth as both teams really went back and forth, and all of a sudden the Indians just stepped on the gas and took off.
Yeah, and it was good to see, let's do some of those things. Transition tonight. We got a lot of fast break baskets, especially that second half, and that's when we do good things, when we get out and run. And then defensively, I thought we did a really good job on a couple of their studs. Penniger, he didn't get a lot of open looks. I thought we did a good job on him. And then number one, Tuft, he's a great shooter, and we found the shooters, and that's something last weekend we didn't do. We didn't find the guys who were, lighting us up. So that's what you got to do. You got to be able to communicate better, talk, and find their main guys and make other guys beat you.
Yeah, tonight Gabe Hammonds goes for 18, which is about his season average, but really he put 77 points on the board because other guys really stepped up. Shumway really helped you a lot in the first half, and then Hess had probably career high at 22 tonight. And, talk about the effort you saw out of those guys tonight.
Huge. Last weekend Hess had a rough weekend. He had 3 points and 4 points, and and tonight gets 22. And I was telling him in there, I said, if we can have a post presence and we can get double digits out of him, then it opens it up for everybody. All of a sudden, then we had driving lanes and open shots, and we got to have him. And his biggest problem is, it's not that he can't do it, it's just he's never on the court because he's always over sitting by me in foul trouble. So it's a huge difference having him and Cole out there on the court when you need him.
Did you tell him? Did you just kind of nudge him a little bit and say, see what happens when you stay on the floor?
Exactly. But no, and Traeger, first half, great minutes. I thought Steve Roberts had his best game tonight. He gave us a boost, took care of the ball, and made some plays. And that's what we need. You can't get it all from one or two. You got to have everybody contribute and give a little, and that goes a long way.
Hammonds had the 3 fouls in the first half. He came out with fire in his eyes in the second half. I think maybe he might have learned a lesson.
Yeah, and he can really score in bunches, and he's our obviously our number one option. But yeah, he's also got to be a little smart. Sometimes he gets that, leans with that arm and extends it, and they're going to call that, and maybe one or two of them might have been a flop or not.
Right,
but at the same time, you can't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, looking ahead, you come home and get a big win tonight, coming through the Christmas break, which is always kind of a little strange time. Kids aren't in the normal rhythm of school and practice and games, and then, boy, you jump right back into it, though, next week, and now that we're in January, you got to be ready to roll.
Yeah, the new year, you start that off, and it's kind of time you got to step it up, Yeah, we come back Thursday, 2 home games, and Saturday against Twin this week, and those are both really good teams. Blackfoot, we had a battle up there, and I think they're one of the top teams in this side of the state. They're a really good team, and Twin was at our tournament, and they were, I think, third place. They beat Mountain Crest in that game, and they're a physical, really good team. So we'll have 2 tough challenges this week, and more than anything, we needed a game like that, especially after the last 3. We got to start getting momentum. You got to start, elevating your level of play as we get ready for district, not too far off, another week or 2.
Well, it's the 8-year anniversary of the last time you lost 4 in a row. But you managed to get back in the winning column tonight, so congratulations, and we thank you for coming out as always.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year, Coach. Appreciate it. That's Coach Tyler Jones with us here on the postgame show. Take a quick time out. We'll come back and wrap this puppy up from Preston right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, Preston wins it here tonight. 77-45 the final. Before we go, let's get a final thought out of Lyle Fuller.
Yeah, what I liked the best tonight, Dan, was the unselfishness, and the interior passing was outstanding. The bigs had a lot of assists. They looked for each other. They found each other, created layups. And, as Coach Jones mentioned there in that post-game interview, you have to start getting better and building that momentum now that we've turned the corner into January. And, guys are coming in with a lot of new roles this year. You have one starter coming back in Cole Harris. You have Shumway, who hasn't been in the program at all, as a transfer coming in new this year. Guys have got to start figuring out how to play with each other, how to find each other, and you saw a lot of that tonight. I think they took a step forward tonight in those areas.
Yep, I think you're absolutely correct, and we thank you for your work tonight, and we'll see you again on Thursday.
Great to be with you as always, and we'll see you soon.
All right. So that's, our next game for the Preston Indians, as Coach mentioned, is Thursday night when the Blackfoot Broncos come here to Preston Gym. The pregame show will get started at 7:15. The tip-off set for 7:30. We'll have full coverage on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH, along with the video feed on mylocalradio.com. And don't forget, new this year, we'll also have a video feed of the JV game, which will tip off at 6 o'clock that night next Thursday. Our next broadcast is actually Wednesday night when the Lady Indians, the top-ranked Lady Indians in 4A, will go down to Pocatello to face the Indians there. Tip-off again for that game is 7:30. We'll coverage again on My Local Radio and on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. We'll start with the pregame show at 7:15. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage here for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator has been John Beverly. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard, as we remind you of the final score as the Indians break their three-game losing streak and win 77-45, as we wish you a very happy new year and say goodnight from here at Preston High School.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.